Today's episode of Young Kings Wrestling is brought to you by DB. DB is a Scandinavian brand that makes backpacks and bags to help people on the move stay ready for anything. Over the past decade, DB has designed and developed, released and refined the best bags in the market. With DB's patented hookup system, you're able to attach smaller products to your backpack, roller, or tote. Stop breaking your back in the airport and make life easier for yourself with a DB bag. You won't regret it. We're teaming up with DB to exclusively offer our listeners 10% off your next purchase by using the code POD10 or going to the link in our show notes. DB, it's time to move on, time to get going. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 101 of the Young Kings Wrestling Podcast with Dalmatian Doggy deep, featuring the Sovereign Soundboard. As always, you can find us on most platforms streaming podcasts, including Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and others. If you're on iTunes, give us that 5-star review. Much appreciated. Links to all the platforms are available at ykwrestling.com. Also on ykwrestling.com, we got merch. We got logo tees, Black Lives Matter tees. I'm thinking of getting that Wolfpack one up. I don't know about in time for SummerSlam, but maybe we can work on it. We're going to see. Those Black Lives Matter shirts, though, man. Donations. We don't keep that money, so it goes straight to the donation fund. So it's been a couple weeks, so I'm gonna have to go look and see what they got on there, send some money to some of those people's way. I told you I can't send the money if there's no money coming in, so you got to buy the shirts. And I don't like to just frivolously spend and donate, because then like I don't want to clear the fund out. I like to, have it, some rainy day stuff just there just in case. It's just sitting in my PayPal and nothing else. So yeah, proceeds from those shirts are donated because the actual Black Lives Matter organization, until they send us a cease and desist letter, I'm gonna let all y'all know about them. Don't trust it. I've been saying that for years. Like I caught on to it like 5 years ago. And more people have caught on to it in the last year. So I'm very appreciative of that. So you gotta stand for something or don't stand for nothing at all. Facts. A whole lot of fraudulent behavior happening over there. Man, it's so offensive, bro. Like it's so offensive because it's just like, man, people. I don't want to, I'm gonna knock on wood because it's not gonna happen, but hypothetically speaking, I'll become a hashtag. I don't want these people profiting off of my life for their own personal gain. You feel me? Yeah, and that's what they do with everybody. I don't want to be that person. So the more people know about them, the less attention and traction they get. But you know how that goes. They're just gonna rebrand into something else. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Scammers got to scam. Man.
Yeah, the hustle they ain't gonna quit, for nothing. They're just gonna find a new way. They're just gonna readjust. So that's how that goes. But until they send that cease and desist letter, I will let y'all know. If I gotta go on my tangents, I'll go on my tangents. But that's not today. It's episode 101. And if you follow us on Twitter, join us on conversation using the hashtag YKWPod. Or if you want to use hashtag YK Wrestling, you can too. But either or. As always, I am the thespian TC Fontaine here with the nature boy, Ric Flair. Woo! Mr. 24/7 is not here today. So we didn't make it 2 in a row. He had to come through for the 100th, though. He made sure he came through for the 100th episode. So we got the 2-year anniversary coming up, though. So maybe he show up for that. I don't know.
Maybe.
He's supposed to, because, like, you know, we're doing something significant. So he's supposed to. But, you know, when you're busy, when you wealthy people stay busy, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, boy, let me tell you something.
Wealthy people don't sleep.
If you didn't see episode 100, and what's tap into that? Yeah. You see what we're talking about.
Is it in plain sight?
Yeah, like man's just moving up in life and not being shy about it.
Man,
he'll tell you he ain't got nothing, but all you gotta do is pay attention to your surroundings.
That's how you keep it when you don't have it. When you say you don't have it, that's how you keep it. Yeah. That's how you keep it.
Yeah, he's smart about it. He's smart about it. I give it to him. But we ain't done. We paying attention. We see it.
Oh yeah, we tapped in, man. We tapped in for real. Hey, so last week we was talking about we had brought up Raw Homecoming when they came back to USA, the USA Network for the first time in 2005. And I had to go watch it back, man. I had to go watch it back. Gangsta style.
Yeah.
Just off of that, I had to watch it. Stone Cold laid out the McMahons with stunners. But one thing, I don't know if folks remember this. It was brought to my attention like last year, and I had to go tap into the episode. The week before, the last episode on Spike TV was being petty, and they censored every single time they try to plug them moving over to the USA Network. So Vince McMahon was like, all right, bet. So Vince starts telling Coach and JR and King to just constantly mention the USA Network. So like there's points in time where they just like, oh, next week on the USA Network, you can find these two performers going against each other in action or some shit like that. And they just constantly was like, what'd you say, next week on where? The USA Network. Oh, that's the USA Network. You can check your local listens and find the USA Network next week, Monday Night Raw. It just like repeatedly just kept saying it. And then the censors gave up. They was like, man, fuck it. And Vince kept doing it for the rest of the show. Like
that makes so much more sense now.
So like I'm trying to figure out what was a more petty Vince McMahon moment between that or the Nuggets and Lakers thing.
Oh, I was about to bring that up too, because I'm telling you, if you haven't watched that interview he did with Coach on ESPN, you gotta watch that shit.
I watched it.
Like my man got on TV and just dragged this man, talking about, oh, it should be Vince McMahon versus Stan Kroenke. Like that man doesn't know how to run a business. Like, oh man, he didn't care at all. And it's like, you gotta figure that's gotta be awkward as hell for Coach, who used to work for this man. Now he working for ESPN at the time, and it's like, oh, so I gotta sit here and I gotta be cool about this. Where you dragging an NFL owner, or an NBA owner,
right,
on TV? Like, damn, I don't even know what I gotta say to this. Just let this man go.
The best thing about it though is like, it was on ESPN News, so like people didn't really see it. So like that was a safe cushion. And it was like a year after Coach like got there too. So he probably was sweating.
Right.
You know, he was sweating in his suit. Like,
oh my God,
I ain't even been here a year yet, bro. I just got here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they
fucking lose my job.
You had to pick the dude.
I'm gonna have to start going back on the road again. God damn.
Right. Like, I just got away from this motherfucker. You gonna put me back in the tight spot.
I seen Coach a couple weeks ago. He was like, I never work for WWE again. Like, damn, what they do to you, bro? Like, I mean, you ain't really put no effort in last time you was there. Like, you low key ruined one of my favorite WrestleMania matches with your commentary because you were just doing too much. Undertaker and Edge, but
that's true. I mean, it's like the way he was talking back in the day, like all them stories on on Storytime. It would be like he was like Vince's guy backstage, like he was like the personal assistant that was always in favor and shit. So I mean, like
that's what he was on Raw.
That's what. Yeah, I'm like that's what life was. Like I don't know why you feel like it was so bad. I mean, I know they put you through some shit on TV. You know what I'm saying? There was some moments that it was like, damn, I wouldn't want to be you right now. But that's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? It's like the fuck people. The funny shit was when he thought he was getting arrested for that. The running the gambling rings.
Oh yeah. Y'all remember this.
Oh man, that was good. That was good. Like, can't nobody say that Vince can't come up with a good rib.
I hated that nigga's theme music though.
Yeah, me too.
They had like the fake ass jazz rapping.
Yeah,
like it sounded like some shit.
That was terrible.
Like it sounded like a Chappelle show skit. Like I don't know. It just reminded me of that. Like I just could. I was watching Raw from 05 last week, and I just could not take it seriously.
I hated it. I hated every second of that shit. Like
I hated Coach, but he was a good performer. Like he was surprisingly a good performer for somebody who is a broadcast journalist. Like he was good at what he was doing.
Yeah, on commentary, I could keep it. I was with it. Even interviews, like it was all good.
Like them interviews with The Rock. Classic.
Yeah. Like
you people want to see Coach do the Charleston?
Yo, for real. Like,
yo, you remember the WrestleMania 18 interview with The Rock? This nigga said, "Get down on your knees, Coach, and pray." This nigga said, "Freak. What up, G? It's Coach here." Nigga said, "Hold on, what up, G? What the hell is wrong with you?"
Oh man,
I miss The Rock. Can't wait for November.
Having Coach made it easy for Rock to do promos.
Oh yeah,
too easy.
Way too easy. Jonathan Coachman appreciation, baby. That's how we do it over here.
Yeah, big time.
Throw appreciation, just random ass people. No, there's another one. Another random ass person. I'm gonna throw some appreciation to Maven. I watched Maven got interviewed by Chris Van Vliet, and I watched that whole thing. It was dope. Like I didn't know he was still around, but shout out to my guy, because like he don't got no social media, so I was just like, man, this dude really off the grid. Like he just left wrestling behind completely. Like, I don't blame him, but shout out to Maven though.
They tried, my guy. They really tried.
They did, man. It just I don't know, something about him didn't stick. Like. Because he was a guinea pig. Like I remember they were saying he was like the only guy from Tough Enough that didn't have a character at all.
Yeah.
Who wants up Nidia? Like Nidia had a character coming in. He didn't have shit. Just the nigga that wasn't Tough Enough. Like you got other guys coming in the next year. Linda Miles, she had that shit with the Basham brothers. She was good. Johnny Nitro became fucking Johnny Nitro. The Miz became the Miz. Like, but he was the only one that was just like, man, that Tough Enough dude. He could have been something though.
I'm saying
his drop kick was fire. I love that drop kick.
Oh my god,
that Undertaker killing drop kick right there.
Nigga said that.
I remember watching that shit
on sight.
I felt so bad for bro. At the Rumble, I was like 9 years old watching. Damn, this nigga got put through a popcorn machine, bro.
Yo,
and everybody just cheering for him, bro. Like,
yeah, I think when we did the preview or the recap for Rumble, I was talking about that. I'm like, yo, he ain't have to do that to the dude. Like, he a rookie. He ain't have to kill him like that. You know what I'm saying?
And then that nigga gonna reach in the popcorn machine and eat some of it. Like, bro, that's sick.
Right.
Sick.
That's cool.
Taker, man. But he beat Taker like a month later though on SmackDown with the Rock's help. So they put the battery in my boy back for like 2 years. He was on that Survivor Series team. They tried with him. They had him on the team with Jericho and somebody else I forgot, and then the other guy we don't talk about. But I forget who else was on that team. Randy Orton. It was Randy Orton.
Yeah. That was the start of the three-peat.
Yep.
Or no, it was part 2 of the repeat. But like I think he had a win over Triple H at one point.
Yep, on
non-title, but
Raw 2004.
Yeah.
Like around that same time, he beat Triple H and shit. They was on my God. This is Maven appreciation. We just any random bald light skinned nigga in wrestling we could think of, we appreciating them right now. Scorpio Scott, appreciate it. I don't know. I can't think of nobody else.
That's true. You gotta appreciate the people.
MVP at one point. He was close enough.
Yeah, hey, man. That's true.
Let's get into this news. Biggest news of the week, and it just happened over the weekend. So Bray Wyatt has been released from his contract, and we don't know why. So I'm not gonna speculate on anything at all. Stop speculating on why he left. Stop trying to make things about you just because you bitter about yourself getting released. You know what I'm talking about. Trying to be the face of women's empowerment in wrestling, and you throwing women's wrestlers under the bus. How that worked out? That don't sound too hardcore country at all to me. I don't know about that, but it is what it is. Budget cuts, nah, man. Like no corporation is doing a sole budget cut on a Saturday afternoon. That's just not how that works. So I think we could rule that out. But if we were to speculate as to why, I would just like to say maybe he doesn't want to be in the company anymore, and that's his prerogative. And that's really all I got to say about it. My main issue though is the reactions to it, because it's making me upset. It's not upset. It's making me disappointed. I'm disappointed, a little bit embarrassed as a wrestling fan this past week, because it's just like y'all been showing y'all ass for the latter half, for the whole latter half of this week, and is giving me that secondhand embarrassment, fam. So all of a sudden, Bray Wyatt gets released, and like I said, we don't know why. Maybe he asked for it. You saying that his talent was wasted? How'd that work out? Where was his talent wasted? Where was his talent wasted? He's a 3-time world champion. He did win it 3 times. We might have forgot about the third one because it was only 7 days. But he's a 3-time world champion. This guy was heavily featured on television his entire run. Huge matches at WrestleManias, at other pay-per-views. This guy beat Kane in his debut as Bray Wyatt. This dude beat Finn Balor in his re-debut as The Fiend. And Finn Balor's a former Universal Champion himself. This guy got a win over Seth Rollins. This guy beat John Cena at WrestleMania just last year. And here's the one thing that I didn't really understand, bro. All these people talking about how his talent was wasted, how WWE didn't know what to do with him. They acting like they cared about Bray Wyatt just last year. Not even last year, just like 7 months ago. Because in order to do year-end awards, you got to wait till the end of the year. So the end of the year was 8 months ago, actually, right? 8 months ago, this man was voted on a certain fan poll on a certain newsletter by a certain somebody as the most overrated in all of wrestling. In all of wrestling, he was the most overrated for 2020. He was voted as the worst gimmick in 2020 as well on this same publication. I don't like the look you're giving me right now, bro. I don't like the look you give me right now, bro. I know it's not towards me, but I'm getting scared. So if you're watching on YouTube, just know like it was a look of death right now on the face of my man's. Because there's people out here calling Bray Wyatt overrated and the worst gimmick, and now they copping pleas because he got released. I don't understand it, man. Like I said, I'm embarrassed.
I'm gonna stay my anger right now because this is not an angry moment right now. It's a somber moment because the only reaction that I had was that this is just incredibly sad. We sat here and we've had these discussions plenty of times because, I mean, past year and a half, it's been it's been a running theme. I mean, in the time span from now throughout the last year and a half, I mean, with the amount of people they've cut talent-wise, I mean, you could have started a whole new promotion. This was the only one that legitimately bothered me. And it's not even for the reason that, for the aspect of it happening. It's just the fact of the community that we're in, which is what you were just talking about. Because there's certain things we got to take into account. And what I'm about to say is going to require a lot of people looking in the mirror. This man, if you were paying attention, because we were, through the last several months, this man was having a hard time mentally. Number one, lost one of his closest friends and has been struggling to cope with that ever since. Then you couple that with the fact that the fans, at least the ones that are toxic in nature, creating expectations and all sorts of shit that just cannot be met. Like no matter what you do, no matter how well you entertain people, no matter how much your genius is portrayed on screen, you cannot make these people happy. And there's always going to be some criticism or just unnecessary statements to be made by, of course, a lot of people at that certain newsletter, which needs to burn to the ground. There's people that want to just keep following this crowd because they take these people because they have names, they listen and they follow. Which I keep hearing the name, I hate the phrase cult a lot. It ain't just about WWE. There's a lot of other people out here that got cults behind them too. But I digress. All of that put together put so much of a strain on this man that he elected to step away from performing. So, I mean, at this stage in the game, it's like you have to wonder where his head is at instead of, oh, Vince this, Vince that. It's like not everything is about fucking Vince. Like, it's time we really sit back and wonder, how does the talent feel? We cannot keep projecting our feelings and how we feel about a certain, release or whatever happens. We need to stop projecting how we feel onto these people because we're not the ones getting that pink slip. They are. They could be. Perfect example. Zack Ryder did the own sessions. He did it with Chelsea. And he said, verbatim, I was happy they released me. I was hoping they would release me when the cuts started happening. He is happy now. He's doing whatever he wants to. Creatively, he's got his own thing going. The man is in a good place. He knew it wasn't going to happen in WWE. He was happy. But people got mad. It's like, because we feel that way, it does not mean they have to. That projection shit is so... I keep saying it's mentally ill. It's really mentally ill. And for someone like Bray, who has done so much in terms of reinventing himself and giving us moments, stuff like that, that man does not deserve this shit. And this is the part, this is the accountability part. People are really going to feel stupid and embarrassed if there ever comes a tell-all where he sits back and says, what if he decides to walk away? What if he decides, you know what, wrestling ain't it no more? I know I seen something on his IG. He's talking about something new coming, the Cult of Wyndham or whatever. Maybe that's in wrestling, maybe it's not. But if he says he wants to walk away, how stupid are y'all gonna feel if he ever comes out and says that, you know what? A lot of the stress had to do with it. A lot of this, being unable to please people no matter what I do. You know what I'm saying? The expectations just keep getting higher. It's like I do everything I can, but people are never happy. People are ungrateful at the end of the day. I dragged Ronda Rousey so bad when she started saying this shit when it comes to the fans. But she's right the more I think about it. Because, yeah, she was never supposed to be a smiley, happy-go-lucky person because that's not who she was in UFC. It's not what got her over. It's not what got her popular. But she was just doing what she felt was best for this new profession. And using the notoriety that she had in the best way possible, no matter what you do within that. Well, she was doing fine before the heel turn. I think she did better afterwards. But it's like, hold up. You still hear me, bro?
I hear you now.
Oh, shit. That cut off?
Like for 2 seconds, but you good.
All right, cool. Nah, but it's like no matter what you do, she was doing fine as a face. She did better as a heel, but it's like no, wait, fans are toxic. It's toxic, and that's what you were saying before. It's like it's an embarrassment because like we gotta associate with y'all. Y'all make. But this is all like coming before. It's like y'all got to take a look at yourselves and ask yourselves, what part are you playing in this? Because if he says that he wanted out of the company because he didn't want to deal with the pressure no more, that's on y'all. Plain and simple. Because
I said this man had the worst gimmick and he was the most overrated. After the previous year, y'all said he had the best gimmick. So, where's Daniel Bryan? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think we can call him that no more. Bryan Danielson. Fickle.
Yeah. So, I tell you this right now. I try not to do this. I try not to do this on the show. I really do. I need people that try to defend these people. I need y'all to take the short bus to hell in quick fashion.
Stop it. Get some help.
I don't care. Yeah, do that. I don't care what their publication is. I don't care what accolades they have. I don't care how long they've been doing this. If you are a piece of shit with all this emotion that you put into your work, instead of being unbiased and doing your job, you have no credibility with me whatsoever. That goes for Sack. That goes for bitch ass Alka-Seltzer. That goes for his little side bitch Alvarez. All of them. I don't care. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. I'm here for it all day long. These over emotional punk ass soft people that get on their soapbox every single week because they don't like one company over the other. Just constantly, every time. This is a perfect example because Bray Wyatt gets released and they just come out the woodwork saying shit. You gonna set up and tell me
not knowing nothing.
Cuts. Stop it, please.
Budget cuts on a Saturday.
What budget cut? What budget cut do you know happens alone on a Saturday? Please stop it. Please stop. This is just
people never held a job before in their real life, so it's understandable that they probably didn't know how that worked.
This is a tactic that he loves to do, and I hate it because you're gonna say that now, and then you're gonna put your own spin on the story later on, and people are gonna run with it because oh my God, Meltzer said it. Meltzer's been doing this for years. He's a journalist, and blah, blah, blah. Like shut the fuck up, please shut up. If you pay any real close attention to this man's work, how often is he wrong? How often does he just over dramatize shit to fit his narrative? How many times does he sit up here and just drag somebody? How many times has he just made an ass out of himself? But don't ever want to come to grips with it. The man at one point said that Peyton Royce needed to lose weight. If you've ever seen Peyton Royce, that's asinine. The same man that was telling people to kill themselves. Over, I forget who it was over.
Yeah, I forget what it was too, but he did say that shit.
It was over something so stupid. It was. He's just like, oh, if you feel that way, please die. Like, bro, you're a journalist. We're supposed to be. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Stop giving these people credibility because of their name. Please stop. That's really what does it for me. That's really why I hate just speaking on these people. And the name, hearing their names make my skin crawl. Because it's like, y'all will defend these people to the death. And they have done nothing to deserve it. Nothing. This is
the same guy who said, this is a verbatim quote, by the way. He said the word mark, as in like, you know, the wrestling terminology mark.
Oh.
And the N-word are both derogatory, both demeaning terms. Inside wrestling, mark and the N-word both used similarly in that era. It's been 5 years.
I rest my case right there.
It's been almost 5 years. So like I don't know what the original context of the tweet was, because at some point in time realized how dumb that fucking tweet was and deleted it. Thank you, but screenshots still live forever, my brother. Oh. You compared the word mark to the N-word. Now, you typed the word mark, but you had to type out N-word because you wasn't going to type out the actual N-word. Well, I'm going to say what the N-word that you talking about. You talking about nigga. You talking about nigga. You know what? Mark and N-word, mark and nigga, not the same thing, bro. We know that.
Never. It never was.
Niggas just don't like you.
It's me. I'm niggas.
It's a fact, man. Like I rest my case right there. It's just simple. People want to have selective memory about what they want to quote when they defend these motherfuckers, and I don't get it. Like, if you want to tell somebody's story, tell the whole story. Don't just take what you want to Wikipedia and run down in terms of, you know, their credentials to try and make a case. Like, I seen somebody try to argue from Meltzer the other day. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Turn in your black card, please. This was a black dude. I'm like, yo, you gotta do better, bro. I'm sorry.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I saw.
Yeah.
Is this one dude I see that's like, he don't really be he don't necessarily argue with like Meltzer. He argue with dumbass wrestling fans. But like me, I don't got the time for that shit. I just be blocking folks or I'll mute folks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here with all that bullshit. Yeah, get out of here with your whataboutism. Like when somebody points out hypocrisies and you try to point out hypocrisies right back. Like, get out of here with that.
Like, oh my God. I can't, bro. I can't.
Anyway.
It's like, I can't. Stop speculating. That's what I'm gonna say too. Because we mentioned that. It's like the most important thing in times like these, in situations like this, getting back to Bray, the most important thing is to think of is, what is his mental state and is he okay? That's all I care about at this point. Because again, the man has done entirely too much for all of us watching to be having to sit up here and have people pointing him in other directions and stuff like that. Let him get his life. The man is a father. He's got a family. It's like, you know, there's things bigger than wrestling right now. And clearly, because like I said, he's been going through a lot of shit. So consider how the talent feels. That's my quote of the day.
That's not to mention the marital problems he was going through a few years ago that fans tried to be nosy in his business about, to no avail. Hey.
It was dragging this shit. Like, and I hate that, because it's like, even another case of toxic fans. Why are we in this man's business at the end of the day? We don't know what his marriage, we don't know what the situation was in his marriage. We don't know what was going on there. So what he decided to do is none of our fucking business at all.
Thanks.
Clearly he did what made him happy. Him and JoJo got a baby together. I think they're still together now. So I mean, like, why are we in it?
Facts.
This is what I'm saying. Consider how the talent feels. That's my quote of the day. Consider how the talent feels. Shut the fuck up about everything else, please.
Facts. This week in wrestling, we just gonna talk about it, man. AEW, NXT, Raw, SmackDown. I think that's a good order to go in, right? Because we gotta say the best for last. SmackDown the best show. Not to say AEW the worst show. We doing the worst first, but AEW just got a lot of stuff that we want to talk about. So we gonna talk about it first and get it out the way. First off, opening up Dynamite this week, we have Hangman Page and the Dark Order taking on what's their new name, like the Super Elite or something like that.
Elite Squad.
Elite, whatever. Hangman enters with the Dark Order and they do the Brody Lee shit, and it was really dope. It was great to see that unity, which I think was one of the first times they really just been united with Hangman on TV, and so it was dope to see that, and it gave me that feeling like, yes, I already know what's about to happen, because like what was about to happen, or what I assumed was about to happen, was a no-brainer. And then here comes the Elite guys dressed in Toon Squad jerseys because the network told them they wanted to have some promotion for Space Jam 2 in the middle of this show. I saw Space Jam 2. That shit was kind of ass. Like, I don't care that it was a kids movie. This shit wasn't good. I watched the Boss Baby movie like a couple weeks before Space Jam came out. I enjoyed the fuck out the Boss Baby movie, and I go on Letterboxd. And everybody hates that shit. I was like, I love this fucking movie. The movie was dope. Shit had me cracking up. Space Jam sucked, though. And the original Space Jam, I loved it. The original Space Jam was bad, too. But this Space Jam, but I digress.
See, I've been holding off on watching it for that exact reason, because it's like I know what's going to happen. I'm not going to like it, and I'm going to get called a LeBron hater. It don't got nothing to do with LeBron. If a movie is bad, it's bad. LeBron is a great actor.
Bro,
you watch that's what stole the show in that movie. That's
what they're trying to make it like that. It's about hating LeBron. Like, no, nigga, I hate the movie. The movie was ass.
Like, if a movie is trash,
LeBron played for my damn team. I don't hate LeBron. Nigga, I haven't hated LeBron in 10 years. Like,
you can put a good actor in a bad movie and the movie will still be bad. Sorry.
LeBron was a terrible actor in Space Jam, which I ever since I started acting, I've always like you can teach people how to deliver. So there's no such thing as bad acting, really, in my eyes. It's just bad directing. If you're a bad director, you're not gonna get the most out of your actors. Whoever directed Space Jam did not get the best out of anybody in that damn movie besides Don Cheadle, who is kind of effortless at the shit. So he don't really need a good director to help him. LeBron isn't an actor. He needs it. So, but I digress. I digress. What's that?
Don Cheadle, one of my favorite shows of all time.
Oh yeah, Don Cheadle, Black All-Star, for real.
If you ever seen House of Lies, that's one of my favorite shows.
I heard it. He was on a
damn good show. I love it. Yep, no doubt.
And he replaced Terrence Howard, so he Black All-Star for it. Terrence Howard thought he was that nigga for some reason. Right. I don't know why, but
she
just out on the bag because you thought she was that dude.
Sorry.
Anyway, I digress. These guys came out in Space Jam jerseys, and they came out with the what the hell was the damn song? Y'all ready for this? That shit.
Yeah.
They came out to that. They came out to Alan Parsons Project Sirius, like the music they played for the Chicago Bulls. Like they did all that. They did this whole big starting five lineup entrance, and it was cool. I would have really enjoyed it if they weren't meant to be heels. That's some shit that a babyface squad would do, and it was really meant.
Kenny Omega the pop.
They gave Kenny the cheap pop, but he's supposed to be the biggest heel in the company. Like, that is oxymoron. So I felt the way about that. Like, I would have enjoyed it if it wasn't them. Like, I already don't like them as is, and they're heels. So like, if it was somebody else, I would have really enjoyed it. It was cool. That fucking dunk though, yeah, they should have never tried that. Anyway, My biggest beef though is with the result, because everybody from the Dark Order gets eliminated. Because of course it's the fucking Dark Order. It's dudes like Evil Uno and Stu Grayson and some other dude, Alex Reynolds, I think. And I don't know.
Let me say this too.
Go ahead.
Let me say this too. This is what I was gonna get at real quick, because it's like you said it before. It's like they had the group had a good feel in this. Said that too. I was really feeling this as they went into it, but we gotta let the Dark Order name go. Memorialize it, put it up. You know what I'm saying, up there with Brody and everything like that. Just call it something else, because I said this I tweeted this. I'm like, I can really get down with this group, but the Dark Order is not cutting it anymore. Like, if y'all want to be like the Outlaws or some shit like that, cool. Run with it. I'm good. I love this. But Dark Order just doesn't work for me no more. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can make this a group, but it can't be the Dark Order no more. That's all I got.
I don't know what anybody in the Dark Order looks like besides John Silver, and that's because John Silver is like 5'2", so he stands out amongst everybody else. But he's 5'2", frolic as fuck with small hands. Yeah. Like that one Burger King commercial. The sandwich is too big to fit in the dude's hands. Like, this dude brolic as fuck, small hands, and like 5'2". So I know who he is because he stands out. Everybody else, I don't know who the fuck. I can't tell you who Stu Grayson is out of Police lineup, bro. I can't tell you Alex Reynolds is out of a Police lineup. Preston Vance. I can tell you Evil Uno because he got the mask. He the one dude. Yeah. But other than that, I don't know who these motherfuckers are. And I think that's a problem. And that was a problem for me in this match because like all them dudes got eliminated and Hangman had to do it on his own. So like my other beef with it is like the Young Bucks disappeared and it was just Hangman and Kenny for the last 5 minutes, which is like, are you getting that away before we saw it, before the match happened? So then I started to get worried when I saw like, but he was hanging around.
That's what I knew. That's what I knew. I'm like, they're probably not going to do this, which is going to piss a lot of people off. And of course,
I started to get worried. And then of course, Hangman loses, doesn't get his title shot. You know me, man. Every time people, start getting on that shit, like, getting mad, I'm just like, man, you know how it's about to go. So just go along for the ride. Like, while we getting mad ahead of time, they can do that. Like, because my thing is, it's like, Hangman is number one in the rankings. If you're number one in the rankings, you're supposed to get a title shot. So he could just be like, hello, motherfucker, I'm number one. No. So that was my thing. I was like, all right, I'm gonna let it play out because that's what I do. I let stuff play out. And then I come to see something they talking about Hangman not even supposed to be facing Kenny anymore at All Out. And so now my whole thing switched up. So now I'm just like, this is what y'all doing. Y'all are. I'm ironically use a quote from this person. They are the New York Yankees. AEW is becoming the New York Yankees. Everything they said they wouldn't become. Because if you pushing Hangman out the way,
who you putting in? Which means you about to push a guy that ain't wrestled in 7 years over Hangman. You about to push another guy who just main evented WrestleMania, possibly, out of the way for Hangman. Like I said, we're not gonna say their names on here, but you know who we talking about.
Yeah, exactly. We talking.
So it's like, yo, you doing everything you said you weren't gonna do. You said you weren't gonna push part-timers. You said you weren't gonna push WWE guys over your own. And Hangman Page, literally the Howard Finkel of AEW, the first employee or the first contracted wrestler of AEW, because everybody else was a vice president. Hangman is the only one that doesn't have a vice president title. So he was the very first wrestler. Hangman was the person that announced AEW. Yep. Technically. He is your guy. Like, he won the first match in AEW history. He won the very first match in AEW history. He competed in the first ever championship match in AEW. everything that's everything involving him at this point was meant for him to be built up and win that championship in 30 days from now, or however the fuck long, whatever day it is. Like, I don't know. I don't fucking know how many days, but you know what I mean? Everything
I've been saying
for him to win the championship at All Out, and you pushing him out the way for some buzz from a guy that ain't wrestled in 7 years, or a guy that just main evented.
Chick Magnus and Beards. Chick Magnus and Beards.
Now I got my guy Hank. When I first seen Hangman Page, I was like, he remind me looks wise to Dolph Ziggler. And now I see they treating his career like Dolph Ziggler's as well too. So I hope they on some bullshit and they just
hurt to think about, bro.
Yeah. It's starting to remind me of Dolph, just how they wasted my guy. Or, you know, for a more recent example, Braun Strowman, 2018. Like, that guy should have been champion and they didn't do it. They waited 2 years.
That hurt to think about. Because I tell you, I lie to you not. When I say from 2012 all the way on through deep into 2014, when I say Dolph Ziggler was my guy,
that was my dude.
Bullshit.
Survivor Series?
Bullshit. Come on, fam. Yes. And like when Sheamus was world champ and he and Sheamus used to run it with Dolph on a weekly on SmackDown, bro. That was primetime viewing for me, bro. Like, I would not stop watching. I was like, yo, this dude. Because why is he not getting his run?
This is why I make that comparison, because Dolph was like nuclear popular, even when he was a heel. Hangman, these crowds are hot for Hangman because like they haven't had full crowds in over a year. So now they back on the road, got these crowds. They've been yearned because I think we were supposed to get Hangman winning the title last year, and they just probably didn't want to do it without fans, so they put it on ice. Yeah. So now they ready, and y'all apparently not even gonna go through with it. Come on, fam. Y'all, this
double or nothing.
Hey, we're gonna do this right now. We're gonna come up with a new segment, right? No, I forgot about double or nothing. Anyway, we're gonna come up with a new segment right now. We're gonna do this every week. A donkey of the day type stuff. I just gotta come up with a name for it. But AEW this week with this Hangman stuff, they get the first one, and I will come up with a name for it, and we'll have a name next week. Well, whatever it is, y'all AEW, y'all got the first one with this Hangman stuff, because y'all just right in your palm of your hand and you just drop it.
You want to call it Jobber of the Week?
Nah, I figure something out. We can brainstorm when we get off air. I feel like we're gonna take up so much time brainstorming on air. We might not a fan of that. Elsewhere on the show, we talked about the first match. Talked about the last match. I did not watch the last match. Like I said, I turned it off, and so I missed something. And apparently, you know what you're getting with Nick Gage. I think Nick Gage has been the most mature person in this whole situation, which is saying a lot.
That's saying something. Yeah, that's saying a whole lot.
It's saying a lot. Because like I said, you hired this guy for something. You knew what you were gonna get. You hyped up the possibility of what you were gonna get. It's a terrible judgment call from, like I said, a lot of people that kind of don't know what they're doing. Why on earth? Well, why would you run a death match of this quality on television? You just had a guy getting stabbed in the face with a fork last week multiple times. Now you got a guy getting cut open with a pizza cutter while you're running a Domino's ad next to it.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh man,
like I said,
talk about
here's this is why a lot of wrestling fans don't like me, because like I think from the mindset of business in wrestling versus like, you know, creative, whatever the fuck. But that's how I understand the justification for a lot of things. And business wise, it's probably not wise to piss off your sponsor. Domino's is like, I don't know how much Domino's is worth, but it's multiple billions. They're a huge pizza company. They got like deals with NBA and other sports leagues. Like it's a no-brainer. I think for AEW getting a piece of sponsorship is the biggest no-brainer because it's wrestling. And wrestling fans are fat as fuck and they like pizza. And they like chicken. If you got a place you can get pizza and chicken together with big ass 2 liters of Mountain Dew, because wrestling fans love Mountain Dew. I've said this before, wrestling fans love Mountain Dew. I remember the first wrestling show I went to, like everybody had a cup of Mountain Dew. I was like 10 years old. I was like, damn, motherfuckers love Mountain Dew around here. I thought it was just a Omaha thing, but it's a wrestling fan thing. Anyway,
it really is.
Why would you want to piss off your sponsor? And this is what we talk about, that mental illness. We gonna talk about that mental illness again. Why you get mad at the sponsor? Because they want to protect their brain.
Listen.
Why are you tweeting at the sponsor? And the actual people who are making the decisions aren't the people going through the Twitter. So now you just got this poor person, this poor social media manager who probably getting paid like $10 an hour, has to get death threats because somebody at the top of the company is thinking about, not associating with this wrestling company. Why does that offend you so much?
It's a missed opportunity, man. That's what I was having fun trolling people about it because it's like, listen, Domino's could have been selling Nick Gage merch, but they
see he was about to say some bullshit. That's why his internet
the day. Like, listen, you don't
it happened again.
People are gonna buy pizza, bro. Like, I get it from the corporate side. Oh my god. Shit, man. I'm good.
I'll say you about to say some bullshit, so your internet froze because I was about to not agree with you.
No, like listen, they're not gonna.
See, happened again. See, man, that's what happens.
Lose money and shit like that. Like people are gonna buy pizza. Domino's is still one of the biggest brands.
A few moments later,
it's a weekly thing now. At this point, my guy's internet freezes and shuts him out every single week. But show don't stop. No. As you were saying.
All right, so I feel like they try to tap in and try to shut.
The feds tapped in on your line. Right. It's like no pizza cutters, no more, no.
No, like listen, no one is gonna stop going to Domino's because oh my God, we saw this appalling thing on TV that just happened to correlate with one of your commercials. Like, no, listen, anybody with common sense does not give a fuck. Most people don't give a fuck. So I understand you having some hesitation about the situation, but it wasn't that crazy about it. But on the flip side, again, yeah, you don't need to be tweeting this social media manager that's probably the same age as us, not making half as much money as the rest of them. Like,
this guy get $30,000 a year, bro.
That's not doing nothing for y'all or for him. That's just creating more stress that is not needed at all. So like that's from both
taking away from the people that actually having problems with their pizza.
That's what I'm saying. Like, cool, man. Like nobody looked good after that. Like Domino's didn't need to take it that serious, and the fans need to chill the fuck out. Like it was never all of that. Was it badly timed? Sure.
This is why they need to chill out. Why y'all blaming Vince McMahon for the company being mad? Like this shit wasn't broadcast on national television.
That's what I'm like.
You did not need nobody to snitch. This is on national television. Everybody saw it. Well, I mean, wrestling fans saw it, and some wrestling fans. It was some wrestling fans that was just like, "Yo, this crazy! Like, y'all see this shit?" and tweeting it at like big sports media publications like Barstool. I think Barstool was the people that blew it up. You know how fucking big Barstool is, bro.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately, but they are huge. Pause. Barstool Sports has a lot of followers So it's only right that if somebody is like sending this to Barstool, like not even really trying to snitch and get nobody in trouble, but more so it's like, this is kind of ironic. The dude is getting cut with a pizza cutter, and there's a pizza commercial playing, and then Barstool is going to report on it because, like, yo, this is the type of shit that's going to get some clicks on their website. So why not? And then just naturally it just blows up into something. But like, come on, I'm blaming Vince for this shit though. Like, you think Vince McMahon got time? Vince McMahon pissed y'all off the next day so that y'all had to come out with this story about that shit.
Oh boy.
Vince made y'all mad because Vince McMahon became Mr. McMahon on a corporate call. It made y'all mad.
Well, yeah, we didn't even talk about that. That was
we don't gotta spend no time on that. Just know Vince McMahon on some real nigga shit. That's kind of some real nigga shit.
That's a boss move, and y'all get mad about that, but it is what it is. You can't
That's some gangster shit to say. Like, oh shit, I don't know what the fuck they doing, but we can help them niggas out if we want to. Shit,
right? Like, you say y'all call this a rivalry. I don't.
And then Nick Khan was just like, "Yo, Sleep is our competition." And then like, maybe you guys wouldn't be competing with Sleep if Raw wasn't so boring. Shut your ass up. Observe this, brother.
Y'all killing me. For real.
But yeah, elsewhere, we spent a lot of time talking about pizza on this shit. Is it are the statute of limitations cleared? Like, can we use the term Pizzagate to describe this, or is it too early?
I mean, it's been what, almost a year now. So I mean, I think we're good.
We'll see. Yeah, man. Chris Jericho gets it done against Nick Gage, regardless of all the controversy, with that weak ass elbow. That weak ass elbow, and he has to face Juventud, my guy, Juventud Guerrera, the Juice, next week.
Yes, sir. Yes,
always pop for the Juice, man.
I don't remember the last time we saw Juve, but that's that dude.
06, last time I remember seeing him. He still wrestled, obviously, but I didn't know he was getting it like that. And soon as I got announced against like him and Jericho, I just thought back to that Rock promo. Like that Mankind and Jericho and the Rock.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it because it's probably one of my favorite Rock quotes ever. You think you impressed the Rock? Why? Because a couple months ago you were down south beating some jabroni named Juventud? Shout out to the Rock, man.
Right.
We lost Reek. Oh, we got him back. Cool.
Yeah.
Elsewhere on Dynamite, we're just gonna run through this. We spent a lot of time on it. AEW Rampage, the second episode was announced in Chicago at the United Center. I don't remember the last time that they've had wrestling at the United Center in Chicago, because they always lie about being in Chicago when they're really like an hour away.
Yeah.
The company says they're in Chicago, but they're not. AEW themselves are lying about being in Chicago twice in 2 weeks. You guys are going to Hoffman Estates in Illinois. Anybody from Chicago will tell you that Hoffman Estates is not Chicago. WWE, y'all be in Rosemont. Y'all don't be in Chicago. Anybody in Chicago will tell you
that's true.
It's in Rosemont, my nigga. It's not in Chicago. So we get wrestling actually in Chicago for the first time, and I don't know when. And I just hope they play Cult of Personality, and then like MJF comes out, and then the one person that we know doesn't come out who uses that song. And like Eric, I thrive off negativity, and so I just really want to see like, what if they didn't sign these niggas and they've been just capping this whole time, and how mad people will be.
I mean, they leaning into it now at this point. So
they leaning too far into it.
That would be the troll of the century if this wasn't really going down.
Man,
I swear.
That's some type of shit that would just make all the people that you see that be on some, cult shit, that's gonna break them. I think that's what's gonna be the thing to break.
It's worse too, because my guy was playing into it on his Instagram, playing that Alan Parsons on the story. So I'm like,
which is something he's
okay.
done before,
right?
In the past,
and then they want to call this show the First Dance that's coming. I'm like,
so now you're being too obvious about it.
And the Darby Allin promo,
yeah, which is like, all right, that's you. All right, yeah, they did too much with that shit because it's like, all right, now, bro. Like you doing too much for it. What if this nigga don't show up? Like you doing a lot right now.
Then the fucking MJF, when he started cutting that promo after Jericho's match, that was like the first couple lines of the promo. So I'm like, is it y'all just can't help yourselves? Like,
right?
It's either too obvious or you just setting people up to get their hearts broken, and you gonna piss a lot of people off like that.
The day before SummerSlam too.
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, man. I feel like that's never gonna play out just like that. Like it's gonna be MJF trolling niggas the hardest way possible, and it's gonna be a lot of mad people, especially Chicago. You don't want to pull that shit in Chicago.
Oh my god! Like in actual Chicago too.
Yeah, I ain't gonna make it out of there.
Downtown
alive.
Chicago. That's probably not that good of an idea. I'm just
you asking for war.
Yeah. But elsewhere on AEW, man, we got Lance Archer versus Hikuleo. You know, that was a fun match. For the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. Haku. I pop for Haku. That's my guy. Lance Archer, Hikuleo.
Big meaty man slapping me.
I enjoyed it. It was dope.
What's that?
And we get a video package from a Hiroshi Tanahashi, my God. John Cena of Japan. That's what I call him. That's my dude. He the good. Get a little promo from him. He said he coming to America, baby. And he challenging for that belt. So we getting Lance Archer versus Hiroshi Tanahashi in America at some point. And I don't know if it's gonna be on AEW because I feel like that's some shit New Japan want on they shit.
Yeah.
So,
probably.
But either way, I'm hyped for it. Wherever it takes place, I will watch it.
But I got listen, the pockets are deep because at some point he's probably going to be on AEW.
Yeah.
So them pockets is deep.
Yeah. Elsewhere, I feel bad for my guy Christian. You could have been in Vegas in 3 weeks competing for the tag titles in front of me and 60,000 other people. But now you stuck feuding with the fucking Bland, the Botcher and the Bland. And Christian deserves better. That's all I'm gonna say. And week 4 of my Where's Jade campaign. Jade Cargill has not been on my television in over a month. I don't care that she has been on Dark or she's gonna be on Dark. Nobody watches Dark. Nobody actually cares to watch Dark. Y'all act like you care about watching Dark because you want to look cool and you like to post about watching Dark while NXT is on. I'll be seeing y'all people. Y'all be dragging it. Y'all don't really be watching that shit when NXT is on. You watch it before NXT, I'm sure. And then you put the drafts, you put your tweets in the draft so you can fire them off in the middle of NXT. So it look like you're not watching NXT. I'm on to you. Because there is no way y'all really watching this damn show like that.
Listen.
This show is, like I told Reek before we started recording, I watched 2 matches on AEW Dark ever.
Yep.
And they have like 20 matches on the show per week.
It's ridiculous.
And this show's been on air for almost 2 years. So we can do the math on that. I watched 2 matches out of however many. Because it's just not the matches don't be good also. There's no really good matches on that shit. Because one of those walks when it first started, when they were actually putting some effort into it, and then it just became a place for people to get some exposure who will never get exposure. Like other wrestlers who aren't in the company, independent wrestlers from all over, get on AEW Dark, get some exposure. That's dope for them. But those people are still, training as well. So they're not that good. The matches aren't gonna be that good.
Like Dark is not canon, bro.
No, it's not. I don't care what happens on Dark.
Dark is like, you remember when OVW used to have like shows that they ran? Like that's Dark. That's basically Dark. and with almost 2-3 times as many matches. Like that is not something that is essential viewing on a weekly basis. So y'all need to stop acting like it is. I know it's not at all.
Dark is FCW television.
Basically. Yeah. That's basically what it is.
So
it's overinflated.
When I on Thursday, I asked, I was like, man, where's Jade been? And I got like 3 people telling me, oh, you should watch Dark. She's on there. Like, no, don't tell me to watch Dark. I got offended. Like, I legit got offended. I almost blocked the dude that told me to watch Dark. Like, don't ever tell me to watch AEW Dark. Never.
That's that Ryan Gosling gift. Like, looking at this motherfucker like, nah, go somewhere, bro. Please. Yeah. Don't ever suggest this in your life.
No, never. So we talk about NXT. NXT, man. Got some good shit on NXT this week. Samoa Joe signed 3 contracts. He signed a contract to step down as management, signed a contract to step up as an active competitor, and he signed a contract to face Karrion Kross for the NXT Championship at TakeOver. And William Regal must have tapped into the show last week. He was like, I bet. Sign the bloody contract.
So y'all calling me a bitch out here? Watch this. I'm not. He said, no conversation, no nothing. He said, you know what? Cool. You got it. Nothing.
So nobody questions William Regal's street cred. I know that now. Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
He got me calling me. He said I'm acting like a bitch 3 times on this show. Talking about he was acting like a bitch.
And that's how you light a fire under somebody, bro. That's how you light a fire under somebody. I knew my guy didn't lose his edge. So thank you, bro. Thank you. Good shit. Elsewhere, this match has not been made official at TakeOver, but we know it's gonna happen. Because as long as Dakota Kai had Raquel Gonzalez's back, she was always going to be NXT Women's Champion.
And that's a lot of back.
Yes.
A whole lot of back.
Shit, it's too much back to handle. I don't got it no more. I want the belt. I've been waiting on this to happen. It finally happened. I got excited, even though it was pretty telegraphed. NXT women and women who came from NXT turning on their friends a lot this week. We'll talk about the other thing later. But Ridge Holland is back with Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, who's out, but Pete Dunne is also there as well. So I'm assuming Danny Burch is still going to be around at some point. So those NFL checks is still clearing from Pat McAfee. We see that.
Oh yeah, big fact.
Next week on NXT, we got Hit Row versus Legado del Fantasma. Looking forward to that one. That was going to happen. Shout out to my guys, Hit Row. They should probably win. Sure. I don't know who's going to win this match because Hit Row lost last week. So I don't know if they're going to make them look weak, losing 2 weeks in a row because they got a lot of momentum, and I'm afraid. Elsewhere, we got a battle of former friends. My guy Roddy Rich, Roderick Strong, the Fisherman, Bobby Fish. It's gonna be fun. This my second or third favorite type of wrestling that I'm gonna see from these guys. So it should be dope. And Dexter Lumis versus Johnny Gargano in a battle for indie wrestling. That's gonna be fun.
Oh boy.
NXT is a fun show. Like it's nothing like outstandingly great, but it's cool to watch on a Tuesday evening. So.
Well, I kind of look at it like this because if you're looking at the weekly slate of WWE shows, it goes like this. Monday Night Raw has the depth. Like they got the deepest roster. SmackDown has the big names and the big, moments, stuff like that. They entertain you. NXT has consistency all the way through. The stables, they don't have too many, but they all give you something. You know what I'm saying? There's variety. The tag teams have variety and substance. the women's division stacked, the best in women's wrestling right now. And then the singles division, the mid card scene all the way up through the main event scene. It's like there's consistency in NXT. You know what I'm saying? SmackDown can have an off week. NXT rarely has that at all. And it's like they might not have big name stars, you know, big people that a lot of people know, but their stars are big within the company. And it's like they will draw the crowd and they will get the reactions. And they might not have the most depth compared to Raw, but they got enough that you rarely see the same thing 2 weeks in a row. In fact, you never do. So it's like, that's the consistent show. That's why it's the best one in the week, next to SmackDown. Easily.
Facts. Well, SmackDown is my favorite show to watch. I look forward to that show more than anything, but NXT right after it. And I'm gonna be honest, I can't really say the same for anything else, but I watch them out of habit. Like, I'm not shitting on Raw, but it's just like I've been watching Monday Night Raw since I was like 7. So yeah. I can't help it, bro. I can't help but watch Raw on Monday nights. Like that's just religion at this point.
Right.
And like AEW, I can't help but watch it because it's wrestling. Impact, right. I'll be watching Impact too. Like I gotta talk myself into watching Impact. Like,
like yo, you
Impact
really
just
to that.
Like last year, I enjoyed it, but like ever since they brought Kenny Omega around, and it's just really just Kenny and the Good Brothers all the time, it's kind of boring, man. So
yeah,
I gotta talk myself into watching it most weeks.
I can't do it, man. Can't do it. I said like when they brought Kross back, maybe I could try, but I'm like,
it hasn't helped.
But do I want to? Yeah. Like it still feels like
I've seen way too much No Way Jose and Chelsea Green in the last like 3 weeks, and they just got there a couple weeks ago. They ain't even been there 3 weeks, and I've seen them like hella times in 3 weeks.
Right.
So yeah. Anyway, Monday Night Raw. A couple things on here I enjoyed. The almighty WWE champion Bobby Lashley smashing them, stacking them, and pinning them. So. The Wish version.
Talk to him nice, bro.
Mom, can we get smash them, stack them, pin them at home? I said that all wrong. I fucked up that joke. Let's move on. I hella fucked up that joke, man. Keith Lee. Let's talk about Keith Lee. Mental illness again, man. Y'all been showing your ass all week. And it started with this overreaction, man. Like, we had to deal with y'all overreacted about Karrion Kross losing to Jeff Hardy, who cheated. And then he wins.
That's true.
Here y'all go. Because he beat Keith Lee. Now, Keith Lee, he fine, man. I'm telling you, he gonna be good. Because ain't nothing wrong.
I got something.
I'm about to go picture.
Hold on.
I gotta wait for Reed to set something up. Oh, we got
I got back on here, you know what I'm saying? You know, it fixed it all up, so I think we're good now.
Okay.
But I had to get into this because this been something that drove me crazy, and now it's like I speak on this because I read something the other day, and these people that wanted to get in their soapbox about the whole Karrion Kross situation, it's like. This is how much y'all don't just like to let stuff play out and be patient. So
the Scarlet gonna join him eventually, apparently, right?
Right. The whole story arc was leading up to he on a little bit of a skid because he just got started. Now Scarlet's gonna show up. The Exorcist is gonna be back. He gonna be back on his shit, and everything gonna be fine. So y'all was blowing up about this for legit no reason.
Because like Samoa Joe said, he's just taking field trips to Raw. He probably going to Raw solo dolo.
Right.
He leaving the wifey in Orlando. He's like, hey, you stay here. We got to work tomorrow. You stay here. I'll be back in the morning.
Yeah.
Right. That's all that is, bro. Let it play out.
I was just bugging about this shit. Like there was a plan. Like obviously it got scrapped, Jeff out, but that was the story they was trying to tell. This is gonna be a transition. You know what I'm saying? So I just, we can do a whole show on fans, honestly.
Yeah, but as far as like Keith Lee is concerned, man, this guy just came back. He had a match against the WWE champion. The next week, he had a match against the NXT champion. He lost both of them, but he looked strong in defeat. He didn't look weak. He didn't get squashed. It was highly competitive matches. Keith Lee is cool, bro. Like he just got back. He probably not in ring shape. He gotta get back into his groove. We can't allow him to get back into his groove because it's just straight up just doom and gloom over everybody's future whenever somebody loses a match. And my other thing is like stop tweeting at these wrestlers because they don't want to see that shit. They don't want to see the doom and gloom and the negativity over their career, especially NXT people. When NXT people get caught up to Raw and SmackDown, they don't want to see all this doom and gloom and negativity over a promotion they get. They getting paid more money going up to the main roster.
Yeah.
Get more opportunity, more exposure for themselves. They don't want to see that shit. Stop tweeting at wrestlers. I had to learn that shit myself, and I learned it years ago. I don't tweet at wrestlers no more. I tweet their name out, and that's on them if they search their name and see what I got to say about them if I got something to say. But typically, don't tweet at wrestlers because they gonna see it.
And that was another thing with Bray too. It's like every time something went wrong on a creative side, or if he lost a match, stuff like that, it's like he don't want to hear that shit. Like he got his own stuff going on. But this is another example of that. It's like, yo, Keith just came back. He still I don't know when he planned on, because I know he said he want to talk about what was going on, that he was out for so long. He still ain't did that yet. And I think somebody said he tweeted out a little bit of frustration since he been back. But it's like, why are you going to compound that by flooding his timeline with all this shit about, they burying him and they doing this and this and the third? It's like, come on, man, please. Like, you might not be happy to see it, but just keep your finger off the damn trigger for once, please.
Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it.
Oh.
Get some help.
Yeah,
Words
please.
Michael Jordan. And one more thing, and I could talk about this on Raw or SmackDown, but let's talk about it on Raw because that's where all this started. Side nigga Reggie has gained my respect. He is a side nigga no more. Like officially. He getting his real nigga card from me because he lied on his resume. He admitted to lying on his resume. He said Carmella needed a French sommelier, so I had to do what I had to do on some Baron Corbin shit. I had to do what I had to do. So he's no longer side nigga Reggie. He let us all know, like, man, like I've been saying, this nigga is from St. Louis. Total. I think we lost Reed. I'm just gonna keep on going. Told y'all this man was from St. Louis. He let y'all know he was from St. Louis, and he's no longer Reginald. He is Reggie, Saint Lunatic Reggie.
Did say that.
Reggie. What's that?
Said that for a while. He said that for a while.
Who, me?
Right here on the show. Said it for a while.
Yeah, the nigga
said it for a while, and y'all didn't want to listen. Yeah.
I wasn't trying to put him on blast.
Oh man, but hey, listen.
Things is looking up.
Look.
He is a champion now. And,
it's like if you knew, you knew. But
please run it back with R-Truth tomorrow night and have R-Truth wired up again. And for the rest of R-Truth's in-ring career, he needs to be wired up. Because, listen, jokes. My guy, he got to connect back to the cell phone. Tragedy.
Nah, I got my contingency plans out here just in case. You know what I'm saying?
You might want to just do it.
when I see it freeze, I just be like
you might want to just
I ain't
do
trying
it.
to have two screens up or nothing, but it's like, because I'm keeping it.
Just go ahead and do it
on the low.
All right, let's try to get through the rest of this before.
But now, like, yeah, we just gonna keep it going. But nah, I was hoping, yeah.
What is going on?
But yeah, I was like,
you gotta turn your audio.
What I was saying there is, I'm just like, yo, yeah.
So put that on mute. I'll do it for you.
I was like,
there we go. See, I told him he should just connected to it anyway, because he froze again. Now I gotta get him to unmute. So
now see, this is why I did this.
See, I told you just connect.
I knew it was coming.
So now I'm just about to throw you out of here. It's all good. So we got two. No more 2 weeks. Yeah, shout out to my guy, side nigga Reggie. I need him in R-Truth again tomorrow. Same exact thing, because that I enjoyed it. They gave him the Sin Cara entrance too.
Yeah, I was like, yo, hold up.
And the camera work was perfect. Like they did the perfect cut so they could just cheat the trampoline out the way. They dope. It's television, folks.
They got me for a second. Because
I don't know what he's saying.
The way they cut it was like
my guy always had the tech difficulties. Oh yeah, we good.
Yeah, no, like they had me for a second because I'm like, I know it's a trampoline over there, but the way they cut it was like, oh no, this nigga got some elite hops. Because he did what he's saying too, like he was in the circus for years. So I mean, maybe he learned something that we don't know about, but nah, that was definitely a trampoline. But them camera cuts is elite in that company. So they
Movie Magic, yo. Shout out to Movie Magic. SmackDown.
The only thing I'm tripping off of when it comes to Reggie, the only thing I'm tripping off of is I was hoping that was going to be the end of Shane and Nia, and it's not. And I don't know why it's not, but they need to speed this process up because I'm about sick. Yeah. I'm about sick. I've been past sick.
Draft coming up, so hopefully that's what does it. We can only wish.
I need that.
Yeah. All right, let's close this out with SmackDown, man. And probably my favorite moment of the night. It was boss time again, because it hasn't been boss time in like 3 months, and your boy was out here. I was starting to get worried if Sasha Banks didn't turn up before SummerSlam, and now she's back. And yeah, whatever Triple H is teaching them girls down there, you rubbing off on them in the wrong way. Because like I said, I was just watching Raw. I was just watching Raw Homecoming in 2005, and this man beat the shit out of Ric Flair and then threw this nigga in his own limousine to get the fuck out the arena. You turned on your boy, and that's just rubbing off on all your students at the Performance Center. Dakota Kai, multiple times, might I add. Tommaso Ciampa, multiple times, turning on his peoples. You know, what kind of service you're running down there, Hunter?
Betrayal is the code of conduct.
Is that what you're teaching these people? You really teaching them that Seth Rollins promo? Like that's another guy turned on his peoples. Like you really that one promo he did on Seth before Mania, the contract signing.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't making enemies. You ain't making money. You really teaching folks that down there, ain't you, Hunter?
He said, "Look, if he's the architect, I gave him the blueprint. The blueprint is written right there in the blueprint."
You gave Sasha Banks the blueprint too, because she wasted no time coming back, saving Bianca Belair from a beat down and acting like it was all gravy. And Bianca, she dumb too, because she believed it. She should have known better.
I don't understand. You're not a rookie no more. You've been doing this.
Didn't I say that? I said she gonna make a rookie mistake. And that was the rookie mistake.
That I'm just like, listen, over a year you've been doing it now. You the champ. You don't turn your back on the boss. What's wrong with you? Come on now. You know better than that.
Corey Graves told y'all, and I'm the biggest Sasha Banks fan, but Corey Graves told y'all, you can't trust her. I know that.
It's true. Come on now. Like, I thought she knew better than that. Like, you knew something was up when she showed up in the first place, and she was hugging and being all nice and shit. Like, you knew something was up. You got intuition. You're a black woman in America.
Right.
You don't believe in shit just happening. Like,
you had that intuition at first too. You like, bitch, what the fuck going on? What you doing?
Yeah.
You thought it was all sweet because y'all won a match and y'all had good chemistry together like late last year when y'all was teaming up. No, it's still the same person. She just was probably filming Mandalorian. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it is what it is. But run that back at SummerSlam. I need it.
Yes.
I want to see it.
I have seen Sasha in tag action. I have not seen Bianca. So
I've seen Bianca, I've never seen Sasha.
Yeah.
Saw Bianca in NXT last year before COVID took over the world.
Oh yeah.
Last wrestling show I went to that wasn't taking place in a mall. So yeah, run that back at SummerSlam, and then that I Quit match we were supposed to get with Bayley. Run that next month at the next pay-per-view, and then we can end this feud. We don't need to keep it going. Elsewhere on this show, John Cena, embracing his inner Hulk Hogan, finally did a Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 9. Oh, not like that. But not like that. Not like that. That would hurt me. That would hurt me a lot.
I was about to say,
John Cena was my. I might have. Listen, I'm gonna just say it's on record. That way, I can hold myself accountable. I might, if it ever becomes that with John Cena, I fully understand why my dad is still a Hulk Hogan fan. I'm gonna just say it like that.
Oh shit.
Because at some point, this dude was that dude. I just can't deny it. Like, so if that ever happens, I don't expect it to, but I said it. I said it, but I didn't say it. But he embraces his inner Hulk Hogan on some WrestleMania 9 shit, steals another man's contract for a world championship match, which that man was Baron Corbin. And I personally am not appreciative of it because this man down on his luck. He's saying like, damn, this is what it's gonna take. My kids ain't gonna have to starve no more. This is it. I'm gonna get this payday. Here come John Cena just butting his nose in Baron Corbin's business again. The second time this has happened. When Baron Corbin's trying to feed his children.
So we're just not going to acknowledge that Finn Balor was getting that contract. And
Finn Balor got fucked over too.
But Baron Corbin, the guy who just showed up out of nowhere because he's desperate and want to steal another man's contract,
Finn Balor isn't starving. Finn Balor not wearing the same clothes for 3 weeks in a row. Finn Balor can get a haircut.
but listen, he's the one that was getting the contract. Baron goes to steal it out of desperation, but he's the wrong party here because he got his stolen opportunity stolen. That's what we saying.
He got his crown stolen.
Mind you, time out. Before we even go there, right? When the show opened, he interrupted the GOAT on his promo to ask him for something, to ask him for some help. My man goes in his pocket and pulled out at least $200 and handed it to him. And this ungrateful bastard said, "Oh, oh, well, you got to give something more than this. You got to give me a role in one of your movies. Give me a Suicide Squad sequel or something like that or whatever. Like, bro, listen, you ungrateful as hell, bro. You ain't been eating. You ain't
This
been
is John
left you, bro.
Cena.
So what?
This is he come on, bro. This dude is a star in 2 of the biggest movie franchises in like 2 months.
Bro, that's probably
he
more
got
money
more
than
than $200 to give to a guy that's used to getting more than $200.
Bro, first of all, that's more money than KO gave him last week. That's more money than he's probably seen in multiple weeks.
And John Cena owes him for 4 years ago.
He don't owe him shit.
He do.
He don't owe him shit.
He stuck his nose where it didn't belong.
Nope. No,
How not?
He don't owe him a damn thing. He don't owe him a damn thing. It's all karma. Listen, you do this to yourself, bro. You do. I'm telling you, he not even.
Baron Corbin had a guaranteed title shot, and he cashed it in. Here come John Cena butting his nose in it because he was jealous because he didn't get the title shot. And then John Cena leaves and disappears.
It was beefing. That was a whole different story. But even if, right?
It's on site with Baron Corbin. It's still beef.
If I give you $200 when you got a ketchup stain on your shirt that's over a month old, that you don't have no position to be asking for shit else. If I reach my hand out and give you something, the saying goes, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. This man bit that hand off completely. Like, bro, you've been sitting up here taking the bus to work. Your wife done left you. You're broke and you can't perform no more. Your wife done left you. Your kids is out the house. You've been wearing the same old tired ass TJ Maxx rags for about a month plus now. That ketchup stain is growing mold on it. Like, how are you going to be ungrateful when a man gives you $200 straight out of his pocket on national TV? How you gonna be ungrateful like that? Come on, bro. You can't do that. And it's like you did this to yourself. You did this to yourself. And then I can understand desperation. If you want to run in there and steal somebody else's contract because you're desperate, you're trying to get the payday, fine. But I don't want to hear no outrage when they get stolen back from you because you act out of desperation. Sometimes you lose out of desperation. That's how it goes down. Plain and simple.
I cannot agree.
It's never gonna be no sympathy for Corbin over here.
It's you know what I'm getting from you right now? I'm getting big Dustin Rhodes Twitter energy from you right now. That's what I'm getting from you. And it's very insensitive to
listen, man.
The forever king.
It's never gonna be no sympathy for Corbin out here. I'm not even calling Baron no more. Baron is too expensive a name.
Broke ass Corbin.
No, it's just Corbin. It's just Corbin now. Like the man can't afford Corbin. He can't afford Baron as a name anymore. It's just Corbin when he show up to work. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. And he lucky I let him keep the Corbin. But nah, he ungrateful as hell and he doing this to himself. He could have kept the money that KO gave him last week, but Shotzi had a little misfire.
He did keep it. He took it. He was grateful for it. Because Kevin Owens doesn't have John Cena money.
And he didn't deserve that either. The man was shit talking him about his fit. Like, come on, man. How you
wasn't shit talking him. We established that now.
It was disrespect. Listen. He gonna disrespect this man's fit on TV when you asking for money. You can't sit there with your hand out. That's like you come to me on the street. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wearing this out in the street, I got shorts on. If I'm wearing this out in the street, you know what I'm saying? I got $1,000 on me on hand, and you sitting up there saying, "Yo, I know you ain't spending money. Look at you right now. You ain't spending money on yourself. Hand it out to me." I'm gonna look at you dead in the eye and say, "Fuck you," and keep it pushing. Because no, nigga, you're not gonna disrespect me and my fit just because I'm not wearing nothing fancy like you. You like to floss and shit every week. Well, you don't got the money to do that no more, do you? I got some money that I can spend. I ain't giving it to you.
Reek dust, ladies and gentlemen.
This broke ass bitch ass nigga.
I was like, listen. We tell it like it is over here. Baron Corbin don't deserve shit. And look, he's down bad. He's gonna keep going further down because he clearly don't know how to humble himself. and that's just costing him every week.
The thoughts of my co-host are his own. I do not endorse any of what he is saying right now. Baron Corbin is forever king. He's still king of the ring because nobody has won king of the ring after him. So nobody else can call himself a king in wrestling until that happens. He is still the king of the ring. He should still be getting paid as king of the ring. Donate the Corbin Fund.
No.
Young Kings Wrestling Podcast.
Fraudulent.
This is some BS, man. This is I donate to homeless people, and I donate to the less fortunate, and I have donated some of my last dollars in this cycle to the Corbin Fund.
Oh man, you're gonna be real sorry when that shit gets reported.
No, it's legit Corbin Fund, not the fake one. So I care about
why
he's king.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna really look into that. See if I can report that for fraud. Like, we gotta shut this shit down. It's getting out of control. Getting out of control.
This is what happens when you got haters, man. When you just been the king, like you save all the other title shots for everybody else, and the one time you try to get one for yourself because it's gonna increase the value of your life, and people just shit on it, and that's unfortunate. And I don't endorse this here on the Young Kings Wrestling Podcast. You know what? I'm offended myself. I just think we should just end the episode. Let's plug the socials, man.
Tell them and humble themselves. Y'all can find me at Rick Havoc 24 Instagram and on Twitter. Also, make sure you go check out the Havoc Hour on all streaming platforms, streaming podcasts, much like this one. Also on the YouTube, if you want to see the video version. I got some new stuff coming out on the way. Some stuff I'm getting ready to work on this weekend, matter of fact. So go check that out too.
We gotta get that fast because I finally watched F9. And yeah, I'm gonna be real. These last two movies without Paul Walker ain't been it, bro.
Yeah, it's a fact.
They fake killed this man Tyrese in the first 20 minutes of the movie. it pissed me off because I saw it coming. I was just like, he about to do some ridiculous ass shit to get out of this situation, and he did. And then it was like, man, Tyrese dead, nigga. Everybody like, oh man, Tyrese dead. And then like 10 seconds later, oh, spoiler alert, my bad. But y'all should have seen the movie already. I
mean, it's on demand at this point, so it's like y'all ain't seen it.
Y'all, if you're listening to this podcast on the first available day, you have had 3 days to watch the movie since it's been on demand. So I watched it the first day, fam.
It's been out over a month.
Yeah, John Cena did pretty good in the movie though. So I knew what to expect from everybody else. John Cena hasn't been a heel since 2003, so he's never a heel in any movies ever. So this dude was a heel in this movie, and he turned face at the end of it. Spoiler alert.
They made me ignore the obvious discrepancy with John Cena being Vin Diesel's brother, half brother, whatever.
Yeah, these guys look nothing alike.
Not at all.
And the young John Cena kind of did look like John Cena.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like young Vin Diesel looked nothing like Vin Diesel. He looked like if Roman Reigns was bald and skinny.
Yeah, oh man.
You see.
Yeah. Because I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
Oh, like fam, that's not Dom. That's Hobbs' brother. Trying to trick me. Hey man, I'm TC Fontaine, the thespian. I still have not posted anything on Instagram in months. I don't know when that'll change, but when I told y'all when I find something else about this role that I shot a couple months back, I enjoyed the hell out of it, man. So every day I go to the film production company's social media and I check for any updates. I think Reek is frozen. So Is Reek frozen still? Oh no, he
No,
back.
I'm good. I'm good.
All right. No, I check for updates
Cool.
every day. Haven't checked today, so I'm about to check here shortly. But when they announce any details on that, I will let folks know because I'm excited to see it. So I'm excited for other folks to see not just my performance, but just the gist of what I know about the story. I want y'all to see that too. I don't know much about the story myself. Like I know how it ends because I'm in the ending of the film. So other than that, I don't really know what's going on that much.
Just don't kill nobody this time.
I can't say if I did or not in this one, but I just, I'll spoil Hollywood movies clearly, but I won't spoil my own shit.
No. Why would you?
Like Hollywood not gonna hurt from me spoiling the movies. People still gonna watch it anyway.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta watch and find out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you can follow Young Kings Wrestling on social media, on everywhere besides Instagram. It's at YK Wrestling. Instagram is YK Wrestling _ because they some whole ass marks.
Yes, since it's offensive.
Yeah, some whole ass marks.
Yeah.
Shut our page down. And in the way Instagram still works, no page is really deleted until it's deleted. So
that's true.
Putting in effort.
Yeah.
I missed the old page.
You know what I'm saying? Give it back. Back.
Wouldn't hurt nobody. I was going through deleting all the shit anyway. Y'all just did it too quick. I couldn't.
It's been about 6 months now.
Yeah, it'll be 6 months in like 3 weeks.
Like that's bullshit. Give it back. Yeah. Y'all wasn't even trying to make a point. Like, it's just stop it.
It's because we Americans. Like it was Sony India. Because for some reason WWE sold their TV rights like at the beginning of the year in India. So like
yeah.
So this happens at the beginning of the year, and
That's racist.
It
do
is.
better.
Yeah.
Sony India. Because this you pulling a race card, fam.
Most definitely.
And I'm about to cry, so I'm just gonna end the show because I'm just hurt. And it's emotional damages. And see Young King Wrestlers podcast. And we out of here.
Fuck David Meltzer.
Go.